Come manifest your best life with 190 Vision.
I talk out loud to God, the angels, the saints, my departed loved ones on a regular basis, daily, multiple times a day sometimes. I ask them questions. I tell them my concerns. And I never know if they really hear me. How do I know that they're hearing me? When will I get my answers? Honey?
You look like you're in deep thought. What took you so long to...
Because I'm kind of confused by it, because, you know, there are people who pray and there's no set form of prayer and their prayers get answered. Then there are those, like the way I was raised, you know, saying rosaries and novenas, and yes, my prayers would be answered sometimes, not all the time. So how do I know when I'm being heard?
Well, here's my
and
question.
Receiving answers.
Here's my question to you. You said that your prayers are answered sometimes, not all the time.
Right.
So give me an example of when your prayer is answered.
Okay, when I was younger and I would misplace something, I would say a quick prayer to St. Anthony and St. Jude to help me to find whatever the item was. And in the beginning, it might have taken a few days, and then that time got shorter and shorter the more I would pray to them when things would happen. And now it's pretty much instantly. I just ask, and within seconds a thought is in my head as to where the misplaced item is.
Okay. So that's one example of one type. That's what you call an approach or a technique.
Okay.
All right. Have you prayed some other way and you feel that you got an answer besides that?
Well, with decreeing.
Okay. Give me an example, please.
Say my decrees, trying to think of a specific one, but I know I've had answers come with decrees.
Okay. So you notice something? You're saying that you got answers, correct?
Right.
And that's how you know that your prayer was answered.
Right.
Why do you pray to whomever you pray to? God or whomever it is you're praying to?
Because I want their help.
Okay. With what? I know this might sound sort of unnecessary, even redundant, but you'll see why I'm asking this question now. So, with what?
With this situation in my life.
Okay. So let's give an example. Even if you make one up, let's say. Because that's, I think, will be a good way for someone to understand the explanation I'll be giving.
Okay.
Well, let's use them because people always have relationships, right? They always want to.
Okay, relationships.
Okay, so then you pray that they should help you date this person or marry this person, right?
Wow, that's really off of relationships that I was thinking about. Okay.
Okay, what are you thinking about relationships?
I was thinking about with my mom and dad, getting along with my parents.
Okay, so here you go. Getting along with your parents.
Mm-hmm.
Did you pray on that?
No, but I prayed on getting along with my siblings.
Okay, so you prayed on getting along with your siblings. That's a good one. That's actually a really good one.
Okay.
So you pray on getting along with your siblings. And as far as you're concerned, was that prayer answered?
No.
Exactly. Right? So why do you feel the prayer wasn't answered?
Because I never realized any difference in the relationships.
Uh-huh. So the point I'm making here is this. People believe that their prayer is answered when what they ask for is given to them.
Oh, they go in with an expectation?
That's correct. But how do you know that your prayer is being answered by you not receiving what you're asking for?
Because my expectation may not be the best thing for all of us.
No, but I'm just asking you now. See, you're turning the other way. What I'm saying is this. you said that your prayer wasn't answered.
Right.
What I'm saying is, but is it possible that your prayer was answered? It just wasn't the way it wasn't the result that you expected. So
Yes.
because of that, you said that your prayer wasn't answered.
Right. That's highly possible.
You changed that quickly? I expected some kind of a resistance.
Well, I would
of some
still
kind.
think, I mean, when I was younger, before I know what I know now, I would think that, well, you know, I just have to pray more. I have to pray harder because my prayer is not being answered. So I'd say more novenas or rosaries or whatever, you know, would come to mind that I should say.
So let's go back a little bit. One of the things that we talk about a lot, because Saint Germain has told us this many times, Anil Moya, is that a very important aspect of us being created by God was that he gave us something that was extremely important, or it still is very important. What is that?
Free will.
So then let me ask you a question. And again, let's use the relationship with your siblings as an example, right?
Okay.
So you guys are not getting along,
Right.
and you're praying for you guys to get along.
Right.
And you're doing the best you feel you can for you guys to get along, but you're still not getting along.
Right.
So then you pray to the angels or to Jesus or Mother Mary, and you're still not getting along. What do you expect them to do, Jesus or Mother Mary?
I expected them to help change my siblings.
Ah.
To help them, you know, to behave better and to, you know, treat me nicer and.
Okay. So you expect Jesus to go there and just force them to do these things?
Well, yes.
Exactly.
Because I was raised that Jesus is God, so God can do anything.
Of course he can. But then what happens to that concept you just mentioned? What is that called again?
Free will.
Free will.
Well, I never considered free will when I was younger.
Do you consider it now?
No, yes, I think about it. But when I was younger, I didn't think about that. And like, you know, I hear about these stories of miracles all the time. And why can't there be one like that in my family? My family never got a break. We never had a miracle, according to my perspective back then.
So let's go back to the example, right? It's a great example, really. Mother Mary or Jesus, they go and they say, I know that God gave you guys free will, but I'm going to ignore that, and you guys are going to get along. We don't care what you say or do. You could throw the fit all you want. We're going to force you to get along. Is that even right to do in the eyes of God?
No.
Exactly. The point is that you could pray for something, you can pray for something. It doesn't mean that it's the right thing for you. All right? How do you know that you're supposed to get along in this lifetime? Now, this is where some people that don't believe in karma, they don't accept that, or that before you embody, you choose your siblings, you choose your family members, but those choices are based on your life lessons in the current lifetime that you're about to embody into. Well, what if the agreement you guys have is for you guys, or for them to challenge you to grow? And they do that by just giving you a hard time. It's not because they dislike you, it's just that that's an agreement that you guys have.
To hear the rest of this story, go to 190 Vision TV on Roku TV or Amazon Fire.